Hello there, my name is Ash from Well Played, and this is a quick and dirty and maybe even filthy look at how customization will work in Space Marine 2. What you need to do is when you're in your battle bar, just head over to the armoring section. If you hit tab, the armoring hall is available here, and interact with the console here. In this area you can see all of your particular classes are available, and they have the button down the bottom that says Edit Armor. Now, in this area you can see unlocked cosmetics, and in my case mostly locked ones because I haven't unlocked anything yet. But these are all regarded as things that you can unlock from doing missions, doing multiplayer, things like that. However, if you go down to the bottom and go to Custom Armor Set, you can actually go through and make a couple of changes. If you click on your helmet, for example, you can choose to have different options if you have them unlocked, but the ability to be unhelmeted is available from the get-go. This is the same for most of the areas, and here you can click on things and choose stuff if they're available. Now the interesting thing is that if you go over to E here and press to go to the side, the Astartes chapters are available and show a range of familiar chapters. These need to be unlocked first. Depending on what you need to do to unlock them, I'm not sure. I think in many cases some of these items just simply need to be purchased using the in-game funny money, which you can see in the right hand side here, which you get from doing missions. You also need to unlock some of the paints that are used. For an example of this, if you go down to the bottom left and select Custom Armor Set, you can actually create a custom chapter pattern. Clicking on this lets you go into another area where you can see you can have an access to paint palettes. They're all named after particular colors you'd expect from the Games Workshop range, and you can see a lot of these aren't unlocked for me yet, whether or not I haven't purchased them yet, or whether or not I need to go and do some details. Here's an area that you can go into for the Armoring Hall, going into different options for unlocking these details. Now, I'm not going to get deep into this because, let's do it together. Space Wolves are here, and I've already unlocked the emblem. I'm going to unlock the color as well, the secondary, and then I'm going to get myself the tertiary color of Runelord Brass. I had exactly enough to get those things, which is good. So now, if I jump back in the main page, I should be able to simply select Space Wolves and apply it. So that means I now have the full Space Wolves look that I want. Not enough dead animal bits, but we can work on that. Let's go Custom Armor Set. Now when you're in this area, this is your Army Painter option. In this case, I can simply change all of the colors at once by selecting the details, but if you scroll down, you can see there's a bit more nitty-gritty options in here, but more importantly, there's this Add option. The Add option gives you a custom rule for where paint should be applied. When you select it, it brings up the different paint areas, and so for example, what I might do is I actually have a custom chapter that has a slightly different colored arm. I select this, it's now my left gauntlet, I can go in and make it a different color, and I can also change its secondary color as well. Now, I'm not sure, I think this is just simply if something has 3 colors you can change it here, like for example the emblem. Let's check it out over here. Excellent, so you can see that the emblem has different options for me to change it. I can also not have the number, or I can put the number in there. That's neat. Now the cool thing is that if you keep going down and adding these custom rules, you can keep doing random things that you want to make your character look interesting. If you're familiar with quartered patterns, you can go through and actually set up your very own Hurling Griffins chapter. You can do things like chapter symbols if you have them. Again, I haven't unlocked these yet, but here in the heraldry thing, okay, certain things are applied to certain Adeptus Astartes chapters. But, as a standard, when you're using your custom armor set, you can go through and change the heraldry rules to whatever you want to do. In this case, let's give myself a different helmet color. Neato. So it does put things in order of where they get equipped. So when I unlock the helmet, it goes up the top. Let's give myself a red helmet. I do not have any patterns yet, so I can't do anything neat in there just yet. But, this is straightforward. There we go. Interesting. So, keeping in mind, to do this navigation again, take your Space Marine over to the armoring area, interact, select Edit Armor, and then from Armor Sets, this will change the physical things that you have, as in the actual geometric shapes that you use, the geometry. What you want to do is go to Astartes Chapters and use Custom Armor Set, and that's where you access the painting option. We'll create a new one. Let's just have a look at some more wacky things that we can do. We're going to go into we've already got a pauldron out, so let's just quickly change that one. This can be the red pauldron. We'll change the trim to something yellow. Nope. Trim and... ooh. Interesting. So it looks like though I have red unlocked in some areas, it's not unlocked for everything. Here the primary color of the pauldron can be red, but I can't change the trim to red just yet. We'll check this out on the heraldry. Okay, so that seems to be a sign to the Blood Angels. Interesting. So basically, you're treating this a little bit like Pokemon, and you can collect your different chapters by going into the heraldry options, clicking on the thing you like, and then spending your in-game funny money to do that. Now, it's probably worth pointing out that all of the things that I was able to unlock just then, a symbol and 3 paints, I got from a single mission. So it's not going to take long to get through this unless the costs start to ramp up. But as you can see, the brilliant thing about Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 is that it's going to ship day one with a really cool painting editor, and before you jump into your co-op games with your friends, make yourself your very own absolute abomination. Make yourself a character that looks fiendishly horrible, like for example, where is he? Yep, there he is. This is my Fugly Marine, and I'm going to run it. I've been Ash from Well Played, and I look forward to seeing what you come up with in Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. Have a good one.